The Department of World Languages and Cultures at Georgia State University presents Arabic 1001 Grammar. In this first part of the course, we are addressing singular nouns and adjectives. In this lesson, we have discussed singular adjectives, and now we are moving on to the final section of this lesson, where we will learn about colors. You should consider this section something of an addition to the regular lesson. You don't need to learn this if you truly don't want to. It's not the sort of thing that should be on an exam for first semester Arabic, but students enjoy describing things with colors, and they're not that difficult to use, so let's take a look at them. Let's learn two new words first. Ma hadha, what's this? And our answer is hadihi da'ira. A da'ira is a circle. So this is a circle. Remember, we have no is or a in Arabic, so we infer them from these words. Hadihi da'ira means this is a circle. Another new word, ma dhalik, what's that? And our answer is dhalik murabba. A murabba is a square, and just like da'ira for circle comes from the root for to turn, murabba for square comes from the root for number 4, arba. So a murabba is literally something that has been fored. So dhalika murabba means that is a square. The word square is mudhakkar or masculine. The word da'ira is mu'annath or feminine, and you can tell this because da'ira has ta marbuta and murabba does not. Now let's color these squares. Ma hadha, and our answer is hadihi da'ira wardiya. Wardi is our word for pink. Here it is indefinite, just like da'ira. It is also feminine, just like da'ira. We add ta marbuta to the adjective wardi to make it mu'annath or feminine. And this means this is a pink circle. Not perhaps your most urgent communicative need, but fun to use in class, and it works like every other adjective. If I ask ma dhalik, what's that? And now the square is pink, I'm going to say dhalik murabba wardi. So murabba, square, is masculine. It's also indefinite, and therefore our adjective wardi needs to remain masculine and indefinite as well. So dhalika murabba wardi means that is a pink square. If we're going to speak fancy formal Arabic, we're going to add in the case markings. Here we're going to say hadihi da'iratun wardiya, where above the ta marbuta on da'ira and above the ayn on murabba below, we have the tanween ad-dam character, which is pronounced and also allows us to hear the ta in ta marbuta. We say da'iratun and murabba'un, tanween ad-dam, and he marks the indefinite marfu' or nominative case. Adjectives will agree with their nouns, but these adjectives are the last words in sentences or phrases, so they typically don't get a marking. Let's change colors. Hadihi da'iratun binafsajiyya. Binafsaji is the Arabic word for purple. They borrowed it from Persian, as they borrowed many other words from Persian and vice versa. So hadihi da'iratun, and I take binafsaji for purple, and I add ta marbuta to make it agree with da'ira. If there were going to be another word after binafsajiyya, I would add the tanween ad-dam character to binafsajiyya as well, but since it's the last word, it gets no case marking. Hadihi da'iratun binafsajiyya. This is a purple circle. Dhalika murabba'un binafsaji. The adjective is binafsaji. Since murabba is both masculine and indefinite, it remains masculine and indefinite as well. Let's discuss colors in Arabic. Colors are adjectives in Arabic, and some of them behave like regular adjectives, such as wardi for pink or binafsaji for purple. We can treat them just like standard adjectives with no problem. So here's a couple of other examples. Da'iratun Portugalia, an orange circle, and yes, the country Portugal comes from the Arabic word for orange, that is, the fruit. Murabba'un Portugali, here the noun is masculine, singular, and indefinite, so the adjective remains masculine, singular, and indefinite as well. A da'iratu ramadiya, the gray circle. Ramad is ashes, so ramadi is ash-colored. It is both definite and feminine because its noun is both definite and feminine. Al-murabba or ramadi. Here the adjective is masculine, singular, and definite. because its noun is masculine, singular, and definite. A certain set of colors, however, there are 7 of them, behave rather differently. They have very different masculine and feminine forms. Green is one of them. Green is the lucky color in Arabic, like red is in Chinese. So we can say, Ma hadha, what's this? Hadha huwa al-murabba al-akhtar. Akhtar is our color for green, and notice it has this strange pattern, an alif with a hamza, the first letter with sukun, the second letter, the third letter, al-akhtar. So it doesn't sound like kabir or saghir or any of the other adjectives we've learned. If we say ma dhalik when looking at the circle, we say tilka hiya ad-da'iratul khadra. That is the green circle. Da'ira is feminine, singular, definite, and in the marfu' case, so its adjective needs to be feminine, singular, and definite as well. But rather than putting ta marbuta on the end of akhtar, we use a completely different form, khadra, with the accent on the second syllable instead of the first, and this funny alif hamza ending, which you'll come to see quite a bit in Arabic. So masculine singular color green, akhtar. Feminine singular color green, khadra. They have very different forms, but once you get used to them, it's really quite easy. And here they are as indefinite sentences without the huwa and the alif lams, and you can see the forms of akhtar and khadra rather more clearly. For those of you interested in formal Arabic, both the akhtar pattern and the khadra pattern belong to a class of words that cannot take tanween endings. They take only a single dhamma where they would normally take tanween ad-dam. Again, this is fancy Arabic and not particularly important for ordinary clear communication. So this set of colors, 7 of them, have very different masculine and feminine forms, but they all have the same forms for masculine and all have the same forms for feminine, so that makes it a little bit easier for you. Both the masculine and feminine forms take a single dhamma instead of the tanween ad-dam character when indefinite. Again, this is fancy formal Arabic. So here are 3 more colors that behave in the same way. Da'iratun safra, a yellow circle, but murabba'un asfar, a yellow square. You heard khadra and akhtar before, now it's safra and asfar. You can hear they have the same cadence or pattern. Then we have a da'irat sawda. Sin waw dal is the root for black. Because waw is its middle letter, it will sometimes behave strangely. But a da'irat sawda, the black circle, if it were a square, it would be murabba aswad. And lastly, we have al-murabba al-abyad, the white square. If it were a circle, it would be ad-da'irat al-bayda. Let's learn the color red. Ma dhalika qalamun ahmar. Ha mim ra is the root for red. So ahmar is our color, like asfar and akhtar. This means that is a red pen. And then we have a pillow, a wisada, any kind of cushion, really. We're going to ask ma dhalik, and the answer is tilka wisadatun hamra. We have to make ahmar feminine because wisada is feminine. We know wisada is feminine because it has ta marbuta. So we use hamra instead, the very different feminine form of ahmar. And that means that is a red pillow. Moving on, we can learn the color blue in the same way. The word azraq is blue for masculine. So try to guess the blue for feminine. Akhtar khadra, ahmar hamra, asfar safra, aswad sauda, abyad bayda, azraq, and if you got the answer was zarqa, you are correct. Zarqa is the feminine form of azraq. Now that we've finished with lesson 3, let's review the vocabulary. Here's the vocabulary from the first section. You may wish to pause and take a screenshot here. And here are your 7 colors that behave differently. Ahmar and hamra for red, asfar and safra for yellow, akhtar and khadra for green, azraq and zarqa for blue, abyad and bayda for white, aswad and sauda for black, and finally asmar and samra for a kind of light brown or tan color that is often used to refer to people's skin color. And now we have 5 colors that behave like regular adjectives. Portugali is orange. Bunni is dark brown. It comes from the coffee bean. It's bean colored. Benafsaji is originally the Persian word for violet, which is why we get purple in Arabic. Ramadi is gray from ash colored, and wardi is pink from rose colored. And then here are some of the words we've learned throughout the course of the lesson. The two new ones here are ad-da'ira is a circle and al-murabba is a square. Now try to come to class prepared to point at different objects and say what they are and what color they are.